Hi guys, and very welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you two very important things that every technical artist has to know. The first thing is how to pick a selection or selected nodes. The second thing is how to get and set parameters, attributes, or knobs. Actually, attributes, parameter, and knobs are the same thing, but they call them differently in different software. For example, in Maya, they call them attributes. In Houdini, they call them parameters. In Nuke, these are knobs. Okay, let's see how we can do this inside Houdini. What I like to do here, I like to select this node here and change its parameter. You see, it's very comfortable here. If you hover over your parameter, you get the name of the parameter. The first, what we will do, we will import the Who module. Who module is responsible for connecting your script to Houdini API. Then we use selected nodes method of this module to pick selected object. What this function returns is a list with selected objects. Now we would like to pick our node. We use the first index out of the selection and put this node inside this variable. Okay, then we use parm method of the class node to get parameter named file. How do we know this? Because we already read this parameter file. You have to put it here in parentheses, and now this parameter exists inside this variable. Now we use eval method of the class parm to get its value and put this inside the variable. And then you can just print it with a print function here. Okay, now let's see how it works. I just comment this out and I just do apply, and you see we get this value printed here inside the console. Okay, now let's change this or set this parameter to this path. We use here the set method of the parm class, and after I just do the same thing here, I just get the value and print it out. Let's see, I just clear my console again and I press here apply, and you see first it's giving me the default one, and now this field is now changed to our path here. Okay, great. Let's move on to Nuke and see how it works there. Now I'm inside Nuke. We'll do the same thing. We have a read node here, and you see we have the empty field here. And the same thing is also in Nuke. You just hover over your knob and it's showing you the name. In this case, we have a name, knob name file. And you see, this is exactly the same thing. We import the Nuke module. Nuke module is responsible to connecting your code to Nuke API. The method of this module is almost the same, or the same, like selected object. Now we pick the selected object here, and it returns also list, and we pick this read with this indexation and put this read node inside this variable. Now we have another module here, knob module of our class here, and we put also the name of our knob here inside parentheses. And now this knob is inside the knob variable. And then we use value method of the knob class to get its value. In this case it will be empty. And the same thing here, we use set value method of the knob class for changing the path. I just go back here. And I do the same thing. I just read it again and print it again. Let's see what it's doing now. I select my node, And what you have to do inside Nuke, you have to highlight your code and press Control Enter. And you see now the file knob is changed to my path. And as you already know or see here, we have our sequence here inside. Okay, great. Let's see how to do this inside Maya. Inside Maya is a little bit different. What I like to do here, I like to change the path of this guy here. First, I just empty this. And I like to grab it. I like to change this path. Unfortunately, there is no way to hover over this attribute. And you see, there is no way to get the name of this attribute. But I show you how to do this, how to get the name first, and then we just go to our script editor. For this, you have to, I just clean it up first. I don't know if you put something here. Wait a second. Okay. Let's activate first our echo all commands and just click here and just paste something here. I just do ER, click somewhere else, and here you see it's telling you, I just show you a little bit bigger here, that I changed attribute with name file texture name to ER here. And this will be my parameter, attribute name. You can grab every attribute here with this method. Okay, now we know how the name of the attribute here, and let's see how we can use inside Maya. I just go here and clear my output window here. Here's the same thing. We import the Maya CMDS module, but we import it differently because I import this module as MC. I put it in this variable. If I call MC, I will get this module. And this is comfortable for me, or more convenient to just write 2 letters instead of 7. The same thing here. We just grab the selection with list method of this module. Then it returns also the list, and we pick with a 0 indexation our first object and put it inside the file node variable. And now here is a little bit different. To grab a parameter, as you already know, we have to get the name of this guy here and use the dot and put here the file or the attribute name. As you already know, it was file texture name, and I use here format function. You have to just see this way. This is a placeholder, and everything you have here in parentheses will go here. We'll get our file node. In this case, it will be our selected node here, slot texture, or I know what the name is, file1. And we will get dot file texture and put it here in this variable. Okay, now we use a little bit differently because we use now the get attribute of this module. It's not the attribute of the class, if it's the attribute of this module. And we just put in parentheses because this is a syntax of Maya, Python API or Mail API, where you just put your parameter inside the parentheses and it gives you, this get attribute gives you the value of this parameter. And then we print it here. And then we use set attribute, or sorry, set method of this module to set attribute. And for this we have to have 3 arguments. The first argument is the parameter. The second argument is the value. And the third argument is also important, is the syntax of the set attribute. The third argument or type argument of this method is type. If you use, for example, integer or float, you don't need to put any types here, I think. But in the case of a string, you have to do this. And you see now, I just do it again here, just like we did before in Nuke. I just grab this value and I print it here. Okay, I hope it makes sense to you. Let's see how it works now. I just select this node here with a selection. And the same thing here, you have to highlight it first and press Control Enter. And you see what it's doing now. It's changed my my attribute to this path, and as you already see here, you get your texture file. Okay, guys, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Stay with us, and please subscribe. Okay, see you next time. Bye.